Hi, I'm Chelsea Love.
And I'm Matthew Schuler.
And welcome to Purple Goes Green. This week on Purple Goes Green, we're going to be talking about power and energy consumption. Now, why is this important, Matt?
Energy consumption accounts for about 70% of CO2 emissions and greenhouse gas emissions, so it's kind of a huge deal in the carbon footprint thing.
And now, why this is important for those of you who don't know, CO2 emissions are actually what's leading to eating away at the ozone layer and starting that ozone hole near the North Pole, which is one reason we really want to cut down on those emissions.
Exactly.
What are some of the energy sources that are leading to this, or contributing rather?
Like types of energy generation, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got wind, we've got water, which is hydroelectric, nuclear would be a big one.
And fossil fuels is one of them, isn't it?
Fossil fuels is actually the largest. About 72% of power generation comes from burning like coal, petroleum, natural gas.
Which is not renewable.
Non-renewable, that's right. So.
Absolutely. Well, what are some tips for people at home that they can do to kind of just decrease their energy consumption and their CO2 emissions?
Yeah, we've got 5 tips for students especially that would help with that. The first one would just be turn things off.
Absolutely. For instance, your cell phone charger. If you're not charging your cell phone, it doesn't need to be plugged in and sucking up all that energy.
Right, yeah, your cell phone charger is a big one that people forget. It's still running a charge and pulling a lot of power if it's just plugged into the wall. Computer would be a big one. I know it's a pain to boot up every day, but that really cuts down, especially at night. Lights, it's a pain to remember, but it actually
a little goes a long way in that kind of instance if you just always remember to turn them off, and also your electric bill will reap the benefits as well.
Right.
And this kind of leads us into our second tip, which is about phantom power. Now, explain phantom power to me, because that sounds kind of goofy and silly, like ghosts or something.
Oh yeah, it's Ghostbusters, like proton packs and
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
No, phantom power is when like your DVD player is off, but it's still on. Like the little light is on, or your computer monitor when it's off, that orange glow, or your microwave has a clock, your oven has a clock. All of those appliances are pulling power even when they're off. So the way to get around that would be like plug them into a power strip and just flick that off on the way out. And that can cut your energy consumption by about 30 to 40%. So.
Oh, that's great, and that will definitely help out your electric bill as well. Now, a third thing people can do is instead of using the dryer, just hang dry your clothes like that. It might take a little bit longer, but it'll definitely cost a lot less, release less carbon emissions, and your clothes will smell better because of it. And didn't you have a friend who tried something like that? Yeah,
it was kind of a rough transition, honestly, because your clothes are a little stiffer, but it wears out in a couple minutes when you put them on. And there was a couple girls in Moore Hall, actually, who did this. And like during the wintertime especially, it worked out for them because you get kind of dry and everything gets really dry, and having that extra moisture in the air, they just strung a line right in their dorm room.
So it acted as a humidifier having that. Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Now, what's something people can do about energy-sucking light bulbs?
Light bulbs, well, they have low energy consumption light bulbs available at Walmart, Home Depot, and those really do cut down on the power. They're a little more expensive initially, but it's totally worth it. And the only thing you need to know about those is that if you break them, you need to be careful because there's mercury in them. So. And
you shouldn't be playing with mercury. Yeah, a little poisonous.
Yeah.
But so is there a certain way to throw them away, however? Because if it's breakable and you throw them in the trash and then they get...
Right, that would just be mercury all over the place.
Yeah.
I think Home Depot has a disposal center for low energy consumption.
Okay, great, so you can just bring them back?
Right, yeah, you can just take them there and dispose of them.
And I know you mentioned that they're a little bit more expensive, these light bulbs that are energy saving, but the tips that we've already talked about are going to save you money on your energy bill, so in the end you're not even going to break even, you're still going to be saving more money because...
Definitely.
Take your energy bill.
They're not too bad. So.
And then the fifth tip, maybe not so popular over here in Kansas, but it's just to eat less meat. And now, why would this be a good idea?
The livestock and meat industry accounts for about 17% of energy consumption, so it's a big power suck. And so just eating less meat, or at least cutting it down, is actually a great way to save power in the long run. So.
Absolutely. Now we have something we want to introduce to you guys, something new, and what is it? It's our Gadget of the Week?
Yeah, every week we're going to have a ridiculous green gadget of the week. Entrepreneurs who are trying to like cash in on the green movement.
Which many are.
Exactly. So this week we have a company in the UK who's producing a thumb drive that's made out of a tree, basically.
A wooden electrical device.
Exactly. It's literally a memory stick. So.
Oh my goodness. Because it's made, okay.
So yeah, it goes great.
And it's safe?
Well, until it has a short, and then it burns your house down.
Well, that's not good. So do you know if they have any safety precautions against this?
I have no idea. I do know it's a gigabyte capacity, and it's like 15 euros, which is like 19 bucks US.
Which is close to what some of ours already cost,
right,
correct?
Exactly. Plus, it's made out of a tree. So.
Well, yeah, so you're giving back to the environment. You're already saving so much money with all of the different tips that we've told you that a little extra cash isn't going to make that big of a difference.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for joining us this week. And if you have any questions, you can just go to our website. And where's that at?
kstate.tv should have all of our information and ways to email us questions or anything like that. So.
All right, great. Well, I'm Chelsea Love.
I'm Matthew Schuler.
And this has been Purple Goes Green.